Hi everyone, this is Aces. I've been asked a lot to do a video on contouring, and I'm going to be doing sort of 3 ways that I like to use for contouring. I'm going to be using the Kat Von D contouring powder palette. I'm also going to be using the Smashbox contouring pencils that come with the 3 shades, highlight, contour, and bronzer. And I'm going to show you how you can also use a bronzer for the contouring. Let it be known, it should be a matte bronzer. You don't want to use a bronzer with shimmer or sparkles on it, because then it will not be doing the contouring. I already did do my full face of foundation and concealer. So one thing to keep in mind, if you're going to be using cream contouring, do not set your face with powder, because it will cause it to just mush together. If you're using powder, then it's fine. I'm going to be using first the Smashbox contouring pencils. You can actually layer the pencils with the powder, so that's what I'm going to do, just to show you how it looks all over face. By off with the contour pencil, I'm gonna go where the hollow of my cheek is, here. Just draw a line like that, just one line. Here, again, one line. Then I'm going to also do this for around the forehead, over here. Basically, you're putting where there should be shadows on your face. I also want to contour my nose, but not go crazy, because you don't want contouring to be obvious. You want it to blend and look as natural as possible, just to make you look a little more defined on the features that you have. So I'm not going to go all over my nose, because I only want to contour the ball of my nose. So I'm going to contour here and here. And some people also like to contour on their cupid's bow. I'm not a big fan of that. So I'm just going to go to the highlighting color. And I'm going to go here on the top. I'm going to go on the bridge of my nose, the top of the middle of my forehead, and my chin. You can also add a little bit here and here. If you have a very tiny jaw, I want to square my jaw and make it a little bit wider, and that's why I put that there. And then with the bronzer, I kind of use it as a kind of transition color in between my cheeks. So I just put it here and here. The way I blend it, I use a beauty blender, moist beauty blender. This is obviously not a beauty blender brand, but it still works. So I'm gonna use it. I start off with the highlighter first, because I don't want the dark contour color on the sponge when I'm going on the highlighting areas. Blend all the way into your hairline, so it doesn't look like a mask. Like, you don't want a contour to finish like over here, then it looks very ridiculous. The point of blending is you don't want to see those really sharp lines that make it look fake, like you totally contoured. You don't want to look like that. Alright, so let's zoom in a little bit. See how blended it is? You can barely tell that I contoured, but I did. And from afar you can actually see it. When you come close, you can't really. You want to blend it like that. Now, that was with the Smashbox contour sticks. I really do love these. I recommend them for sure because drawing specifically where you want to put the contour is very useful. With powder, it's a little bit more difficult to sometimes get the definition unless you use a small brush. And I still feel like cream just blends so nicely sometimes and just looks so good. Some palettes have a contouring color that looks kind of like dirt. I do not like that. It looks ugly. This contouring looks brownish, which is good, instead of grayish. I'm going to start off with the highlighting colors in here again. So you can build this on top of your regular cream contour, or you can use this by itself. But this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go with this color in the up top in the middle. I'm going to take a little bit, and I'm going to go on the center of my forehead and down the bridge of my nose. I'm going to take some more and do it on my chin. And a little bit more at the bottom of my jaw. It's up to you, depending. If you do have a very square face, you can skip that one. Now I'm going to go with this one that's a little bit more pink. For the contouring, I like to use the very light shade in the middle for daytime especially, and then I'll go to this one in the corner sometimes for nighttime. However, I rarely ever use this one because I'm such fair skinned. If you're more of a medium to dark, you can use that one in the corner. I don't suggest going that if you're really fair skinned because it's gonna look too crazy. So I'm just gonna go into the middle shade right here with the same brush. You can use a separate brush, but for this video I'm just gonna use this contouring brush, which I can show you right here what it looks like. It's kind of angled. It's the Morphe E46, but you can just use a angled small brush. And you're gonna go where you had originally put the cream highlight contour. Ugh. So right where the cream contour had been before, you can already see the difference, right? You don't want to put too much. You just want to put a little bit and then blend. Hairline again. See? I only put a little bit on and that was it. Look at this side versus this side. A little more chiseled by adding it on top of the cream. You can always just do the cream or just do the powder. Get a little bit of the middle. And I could do a little bit more on the forehead around here, but I have a very small forehead, unlike some people. Not particularly great to have such a small forehead because then you can't really have bangs because it's just like short bangs. Anyway, I'm not gonna do more contour on my forehead, my 3 head that I have. I could do a little bit more on my nose, and I'll just do it just for this video. Again, middle color. In case you might have a little bit of a double chin, or sometimes you go like this and you might look kind of silly. You can also contour under your chin with a little bit of the same powder. I use the powder because the cream can get a little messy down here. You can feel a little sticky. So I just use the powder. The middle one is fine. If you want to use the side one, whatever. Don't overdo it because it'll look like you have a beard. You don't want to look like that. So just and if you put too much, you can always just add some powder and like neutralize it. You can use translucent powder, you can use a highlight powder to add a little bit if you made it too dark. You can see the difference in shade from my chin to my neck down here, so you want to be able to blend that out, and it'll give you a more you won't look like that, you know. It makes you see, makes you look skinnier. That's it for really contouring with powder and with my cream pencils. One thing that you can also use that I'm going to be using more now in the summer for contouring is, like I said, matte bronzer. And one matte bronzer that I absolutely love, and it smells so good, is the Too Faced Chocolat Soleil bronzer. This thing smells so good. Chocolate. Smells really good. This one's in the color medium deep, and basically you just use this on the exact same areas where I did the contouring. It will work just as good. It's gonna give you a more bronzy look. If you really liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel because that means that I'm doing a good job and that you want to see more of this. So leave your comments down below of what you think I didn't cover, something that you want me to cover in the future, and I'll see you all next time.